we doing? Welcome back to the channel. So, as you can see, we're not on a boat, we're on the beautiful Chesil beach. So I'm joined today with Taff from Taffs Rigs and Tackle. He's been here a bit longer than I have. He's had a few plaice out and some gurnard. I've literally just got in, got set up. Thought I'd do an intro before I start clicking rigs on and getting bait in the water. But yeah, beautiful day, absolutely beautiful day. A bit warm walking up, but not too bad. So yeah, West Becks today. Taff chose the mark. I haven't fished here for a long time, so it'd be nice to see what's going on. Clearly fish about because he's had a few fish out, so we shall see. Here till night time, probably call it about 10:30, 11 today. Yeah, we'll go from there. So I'll get set up, get some rigs thrown in, get some baits on, and we'll bring you back in a little bit and we'll go through a few bits of what we're up to. Right, we'll see you soon. Take care, bye. Alright, welcome back guys. So first one going out is a 2-hook clip down. So Taff makes these rigs. So anybody wants some rigs, give them a shout. Yeah, got little pop-ups. I'm using rag. These are a size 1. Orange pyramid, lead, not grip lead, that'll roll about a bit. So get this one thrown out. Just going to stick with the small baits for now, just because there's a few plaice and stuff about. So hopefully with the pop-ups there should help. Taff just had a tiny smooth end pup. So yeah, let's get this one out and then I'll show you the next one. Righto, see in a minute. Results. So first cast, double shot, 2 different species. So first off, and this is my first ever, we were just talking, me and Taff, he said he'd get me a cod this year. It's not a cod, it's a codling, but nonetheless I am buzzing when I saw that come up the beach. There he is, look. Tiny, but that is still a cod. So there's he. And then in here, wherever he is, this white little sausage. Come here. Don't start.
You'll have to cup him.
Tiny, little black bream. There we go. So that fell on the Wessex 1 up 1 down size 1s with lug on the pop-up. So bright yellow pop-ups. Not that it needs to be seen out here, but yeah, and that was flicked right down tight. So there we go. Right, let's get these 2 back. But bream and a cod first cast, I'm happy with that. Even if I don't catch nothing else, happy days. Right, let's get these fish back. I'll be back. Well, I'm happy with that. Very happy with that. I've been wanting I know it's a codling, I'm getting all excited over it. But we saw the reports that they were being taken a bit further up. Sort of Abbotsbury way and up that way. Didn't expect that today, but that's fishing. So that rig's going back out. Bit more lug, see how we get on. Hopefully we can get another one out of bream. Shame I've got no squid because that would have been spot on with a bream, but let's carry on, see how we get on. I'll bring you back with some more fish, fingers crossed. Alright guys, thanks very much. See you in a bit. Hello again. Well, it's quietened off a little bit because we're running out of tide. It's just checked, we've probably got about 0.2 of a knot according to Navionics. So it should start to swing soon. It'll start going back west on the ebb, so we'll see. So yeah. Oh, look at that. I've got a bite guys. On the cobra. Check it. Just out of the corner of my eye. Ever so slightly. There we go. There's me saying it slowed down. Will it go again? Yeah, something there. Something little. See if any of that squid and black now. I've chucked on squid and black on both. Still running the clip down on the cobra and 1 up 1 down on the naga. There was definitely a bite. Let's see what it does. Not sure how well you can see actually. Just tip it back a tad. See if we can catch that bite together. There we go. There's definitely something out there. I'm going to say tiny bream. Could also be codling, but as I've caught one, they're definitely about. And I've seen, obviously the reports are that they've definitely been about. But yeah, I've got a slack line on the naga as I was baiting this one up earlier on. So slightly annoying. But yeah, I'm glad to be back down here. I love it down here. It is glorious. Absolutely glorious. I've had some okay sessions and some pants sessions, but that's just Chesil. Chesil is a bit one of those beaches. Right, I'm going to put you back down because I'll tell you what, let's just give a little tiny little wind in. Tighten her up a bit. There we go. Something's definitely there. Pop you back down. So yeah, as I was saying, it is slowing up because of tide. There's no tide at the minute. So I'm hoping it will pick up a bit. It should do. I never really fished it down here though, so I'm not too sure what to expect. But Taff knows. He's fished down. He's had some nice hounds up here to our right. Last time he was out, was that another bite? Oof, that's the naga this time. A little rattle. Right, I'm going to concentrate. See what's going on. Right, I'm going to keep an eye on these two. I'll bring you back. I need to change the batteries, so I'll do that quickly, and then we're ready to rock and roll later on. Right, see you soon. Right guys, so just had a bit of dinner, left my baits out. Lesson for everybody, always check your baits because they've both been out there. I did have my dinner, so otherwise I would have been a bit more gobstones. On the ball with it, so both rigs come back completely stripped. That bite I think we saw was that happening, getting stripped, so I'm going to bait up both once I've got the gravel out my shoes. God. Get them both back out and see how we get on. But Taffs just had another dinky little smoothie pup. I'll get some pictures thrown in of his stuff from the day. But yeah, that's it. Let's try again. But yeah, keep an eye on your baits. If you think you chuck a bait out, comes back clean and you've left it 10 minutes, leave it another 5 minutes. And just keep going like that. You'll find a little sweet spot. I'm only using tiny little baits at the minute, so it's easy for the bream most probably stripping them off. So yeah, even with a bit of elastic they seem to be pecking it off, but if they've got enough time and they're just ragging at it, they're just gonna pull it off easy. So let's get these back in the water, get the baits back on, and let's see how we get on. Right, we'll see you soon. Cheers. Right, well, that's fish number 3 for me on the retrieve. Beauties, nice bit of fresh mackerel. Thank you very much, Mr. Mackerel. Yes, sob bag. Oh, there will be some good bait later on the pop-up rig with little bits of squid, so they're definitely out there. So may even chuck some feathers on, see if we can get some more. Scrap that. I haven't got my feathers. Yeah, they're on the boat. And I changed some bits around in my box and I forgot to take them out. So, stupid mistake. But, I've got one. I might just try that rig again because it seems like that on the retrieve. So I might try that again with that bit of squid. Let's see. We'll try it. It'd be better like that instead of getting that whole string. Only just a couple at a time. Be alright. Right, I'll try that instead. Oh, right then guys, so all the small stuff's not really coming back that great now. Well, it's coming back with bait attached, so I'm going to probably start sticking out some bigger baits. So I'm going to use a pulley dropper, which is here. So it's similar to, but it is a pennel dropper in a sense. So you've got your pulley dropper, sorry. So you've got your pulley bead here, that goes to your main line for your rod, and as you can see you've got a little Termalink clip there with this attached to the swivel. So what happens with these is when the rotor hits the water, it unclips like so, then that will come off of there. You see that drop off? So you've got your weight here and then your bait here. So that's what I'm going to chuck out now. You may notice they are made of imps. Because I cast off the ground, these rotor clips here, I find them a lot better because it does lock in your, it's got like a little swivel there that you can put your hook in that gap and then lock it in. I'll show you. So yeah, casting off the ground, the imps are fine, but sometimes you'll find when you lay it back, it'll pop out the imp because the imp's open, if you see. There's your imp. So when you do flick it back, sometimes it can bounce back out, but with the rotor clip, as I'll show you now, once that's locked in, that's not coming out until it hits the water. So when this paddle here hits the water, it unclips and your hook comes out. So I'm going to bait that up now. I've got some launch, so I'm going to chuck half a launch on there and see how we get on. I'll get bits sorted and I'll show you how to do it. Well, not how to do it, how I do it. Righto. Right, so this is how I would stick a launch on, or anything like a mackerel. It depends what you're doing. I've got to do a bit more boat fishing now, so I mean it's kind of similar, but on a boat we don't really use elastic that much. Whereas on the beach, because you're casting, you obviously need that elastic just on there. So I've got a bait tool. It's got a twist on one end. You're supposed to put, well, it's designed to put your hook in there, but I don't do that anymore because I feel like the hook's not as tight. So I'll feed my launch down through the tool. Just keep an eye on them rods as well. I've also just chucked a launch out on an earth rig, just in close, just to see if there's any bass work in here. Never caught a bass off a Chesil. Or have I? Yeah, I did actually. West Bay I caught a bass. That was on a whole squid, so maybe if I had some squid I would have done it. So that's on the bait tool like that. So really you just want to bind it up. Again, like I said earlier on, this is your friend, and this is Tronics Pro Baytex, so it's not an elastic product, so it will degrade. That's not going to be that great, is it, to be honest with you? Anyway, let's just whap her up. So just want to make it, it's all gone a bit soft now. Just want to wrap her up like that. It's all scent though, isn't it? All that juice and that coming out. Bind her up like that. Snap your elastic and then slide the bait. So there's your bait there, look. So with these pedals, pennel means it's got two hooks. So that's a Frio, all Sakuma stuff, and then this is a new style of octopus hook down the bottom. So that's your pennel. So what I would do is I would nip it, come back a bit. I'd go in, turn it, and then come back out like that. Okay. So that's your hook in for the bait. Look. The reason I don't use the hook on the top of the tool is because it doesn't go into the bait, it just sort of lays up against it, and I find with it being inside the bait like that, it doesn't twist around as much. So you've basically made a long sausage. Get your elastic again, and then you wind your line down the bait so it's nice and tight. Come here. Ends of elastic is a pain, even worse than the wind. Right, so then again, don't need to go mental. Concentrate on that hook and just work your way all the way down that top of that line. Just be careful when you come to take the bait off, when you use your scissors. Just nip it across the top, because I've had a few people borrow rigs before, Dicky, sorry mate, and just cut the flipping snoo clean off, which is no good, is it? I mean, I use this rig as many times as I can before it's destroyed in any case, and obviously the hooks will deteriorate over time. So that's it wrapped up, and now the hooks, it's in there, it's not coming out. Now that's it, there's your bottom hook. The pennel is pretty straightforward. You want to just run it down, you want to twist it round just a couple of times. I like to go out the opposite side, so that's on the top there, so I'll pull the pennel in round the back, come out the opposite side like that. Ow, they're sharp. So you've got one way and one the other. Now these again got a little stop knot and a bead. Pull that tight. If you grab the bottom hook, sorry, just hold over the top hook like that, and that's nice and tight now. Streamlined sort of, apart from that kink in it there, but it will still go. And that's it, that's how you do it. Everyone does it differently, but that's how I do it, and to be fair, it works right. Just that launch was a bit icky. Got that fresh mackerel, I'm going to use that in a bit. I did chuck it out a couple of times after with that, but it's just too hot on them massive beach casters to be heaving that in today. So normally if I'm mackerel bashing, I'd use my little bass rod. It's an 11-foot Abu Garcia thing, little light rod. So there we go, there's your pennel pulley dropper rig, and that's it. Let's click it on, get a weight on and send it out. Right, I'll be back. Also, just had a thought, so with these rotor clips, to get the lead on, the centre of it, the metal section, slides out the bottom like that. Then you click your lead on like so. I mean, even these leads, they've got the little splashdown, so you can just hook direct to that. But again, like I said, because I cast off the ground, as soon as that hits the deck, it just pops off there, and that's designed then when that hits the water, the little veins in the lead, as you can see just here, when the water hits, it pops your hook off like that. But yeah, there's so many different ways of doing it, but you'll find whatever's best. I mean, I wouldn't go straight into pendulum casting unless you've learned or been trained how to do it, because it is dangerous. I nearly got killed down here a few years ago. Someone pendulum casted and not knowing what he was doing, and the lead went straight through a squid pack, which was not very good. I did have words with him, as you would. So yeah, if you can't do it, just stick to what you know, unless you're a professional. Even Taff just now, he's had a few issues. He had a crack off and it landed, I don't know, 5 foot in the water. And he's been using multipliers for a long time, so yeah, I wouldn't unless you know what you're doing. But yeah, and that's it. It just clicks on the lead like that. And like I said earlier, that'll be locked in. As soon as it hits the water, bosh, hooks come out and your bait settles down on the seabed and floats around attracting them fish. Right, I'm getting it out now. I'll be back. Welcome back. Well, it's gone very, very, very quiet. Very quiet. Nothing for me, nothing for Taff. I did say to him, are you sure? Fishing on the ebb here. But I'm here, so I've got to carry on and see what's going on. So I'm going to go back to squid and lug on a pennel now. I brought the earth in, that's just been pecked by loads of crabs by the looks of it. The state it came in all pecked to death, so yeah, squid and black, I think, on a Frio panel. There he is. Get that baited up, chuck that out, and see what happens. But yeah, like I say, I'd normally just fish the flood, so I'm not going to say it's that yet. But since that tide, since slack water, and since it's been going out, the only thing to come out was a tiny smoothie pup, which was what Taff had. So I'll keep trying though. But yeah, it's been a lovely day. I had the mackerel, which is going to get chopped up in a little bit. I had the codling and the bream, so I can't complain really. I've not blanked, so that's the main thing. But yeah, all good. Right, I'll bring you back. I'm going to get this baited up. I'll bring you back when, yeah, if I catch something else. We shall see, but let's give it a go. See what we can do. Right, I'll see you soon. Hi guys, so nothing else going on. Literally nothing after that mackerel. Taff reckons he just lost something coming in, hooped over, kind of like a ray bite. Didn't come to nothing. So yeah, I've got mackerel out, and I chucked squid and lug out on the other one. Both on panels on Hotel, one's on a dropper. And that's pretty much it. Nothing else going on. Just stupid amount of flies about, as you can imagine this time of the year. But yeah, spot on day. I've really enjoyed it. It's been good, lovely weather. A few nice fish caught, which is nice. And like I said earlier, it's not a blank. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we end up with something else. I'm going to give it, what's the time? I'm probably going to give it to about 10:30. 10:30ish, start packing up if I've not had anything until then. So yeah, that'll be it. But I'll bring you back anyway. I'm going to probably have a quick tidy up now, make sure everything's away, any bits and bobs that are floating about in here, chuck that in the bin bag. That's the other thing I was going to talk about actually, while we're on that subject. If you do go fishing and you do go down a beach or a lake or a river, anything you do fishing wise, just take some rubbish home. Especially Chesil, the amount of crap that people leave behind, it's unbelievable. As it is, I found some feathers and a lead just jammed in the gravel. It's not good enough really, but yeah, that's all I would say, is just be mindful of what you're doing and be mindful of where you are, because all that's going to end up in the sea, and we don't want that, do we? There's enough shit in there at the minute, let alone any more rubbish and plastic and shit everywhere. So yeah, just take some rubbish home. It's easy. It's easy. You go home lighter anyway, don't you, by the time you've left? By the time you've drunk, I don't know, I've done probably 3 litres of water today. So you're going back lighter, so take some back with you. That'll be good. Or just take the rubbish that you take down. That's it. Keep it all tidy for everybody else to use, because the amount of rubbish and stuff that's about, it's no good. Not all the tinsel tossers, because I know there's a lot on this beach at the minute. Most of them are fine. You do get a lot of them that are shitting on a beach and doing this, that and the other, and they set up camps and they sit around for ages. So even though there's signs saying no camping, but it just seems that no one's doing anything about it. But yeah, that's my little rant. Take your rubbish home. I'll bring you back if I catch anything, which at this rate is looking highly unlikely, but I'm still here, I'm still trying, so yeah, might see you in a bit. Bye. Well, last one of the night, and it would be a little bootlace conga. So that was on the mackerel, on the ray rig with a big old chunk of mackerel out. So yeah, that's obviously what was smashing it all up. So there we go. Job's a good one. Right, now I'm going home. See you later. Bye guys.